Agile encourages us to be transparent in our processes so that we can inspect what we do and adapt it where necessary. The tools we use work well at a project level, but as we view our estate as a head of delivery or CTO, do we really have the transparency we need to make good decisions? The dashboard project is all about aggregation of meaningful project and service metrics so we can see how teams or groups of teams are doing when compared with one another. This helps you answer key questions such as which divisions consistently deliver well and what makes them different from other teams, which programs need my attention, and are my customers getting value for money? The data you need to answer these questions is already held within your current systems. Jira, GitLab and Confluence track burn down against requirement. CDCI tools such as Jenkins show how well the code integrates and survives a regression test. Sonar Cube shows us where we're following development standards, and service monitoring such as New Relic and Jaeger show our efficiency. We also run sprint retrospectives to consider how to make our projects happier and more productive. The problem is that this information is difficult to link, aggregate and compare meaningfully, partly because each team organizes itself and its tools independently, and partly because the tools themselves have no shared understanding of a project. The dashboard is therefore about three things: adopting a harmonized approach to existing tools, so that data we retrieve from different projects always looks similar; finding and reporting on meaningful metrics so we can compare projects and programs to find out who's doing what well; and using these metrics to drive continual improvement across the organization. This is best illustrated by example. Imagine you're a hands-on CTO wanting to understand the status of perhaps 50 development projects. You could collate information from your development heads, but this takes time. A better way is to use the information already held in your project tools and base your analysis on the numbers. You open the dashboard to see your aggregated view of progress, quality, and cash burn. What needs your attention? Looking at the dimensions of efficiency, effectiveness, and costs, you can see there's potentially an efficiency issue in the business intelligence stream. Drilling down into that stream, you see projects including one with a red flag against it. Velocity has dropped for the last release, and we can change the periodicity to look at the sprint level. Project B has got a problem. Let's look closer. Lots of new issues are being created and closed within a sprint, implying that the team has been diverted from new features onto fixing technical debt. And if we look at effectiveness, we can see lots of red flags against key quality measures and broken builds. Costs have also increased as more resource has been thrown at the problem. We can also move out again to see this in the context of the wider business intelligence stream. How do we do this? Firstly, we established a common canonical data model so we can bring data from different sources to present a unified view. It also meant adopting best practices in Jira. For example, we now flag new stories that represent changes to requirements so we don't claim the business value until we're really finished. Then we can pick up service metrics for production deployments and continue to associate them with a change process for new features. Data are extracted periodically and staged in a database so that we can aggregate project and service metrics and present them through a unified dashboard. We've selected Tableau as the presentation tier. It allows us to create role-based graphs with drill down into the underlying data. We are now looking ahead to the next set of features. Help us prioritize. Measuring the quality of requirements. We know that clearer requirements increase team efficiency. However, this is offset against the cost of producing them. We'd like to set some common practices in Jira and then find out who's got the balance right. Enforcing naming standards. At the moment, each team uses Jira differently, so it's hard to understand and compare projects. We believe simple standards on key aspects of each project would help everyone. Gathering more quality metrics. Some teams are capturing code quality well using tools like Sonar Cube. We advocate wider adoption and will track the impact developer quality has on downstream testing. Standardizing tools for SLAs and availability. We will use tools such as New Relic, Prometheus and Jaeger to measure issues and breaches or near breaches of production SLAs and provide insight that will aid fast resolution. Add in other tools to the dashboard such as GitLab and Confluence to give a more complete picture. And finally, explore how we can use AI techniques to provide assisted problem identification and possible solutions to them. Our vision is to cover the entire development lifecycle from requirements and team formation through development and to production monitoring. We have a roadmap in mind, and we'd really like to work together on this. Thank you.